Hello, people of the world. I'm going to be answering a question here. Gazprot69 asks, Hey Rowan, I am also an atheist Trump supporter. I'm not Rowan, by the way. Okay, I'm just his roommate, but Rowan gave me permission to answer all these questions as if they were directed to me. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I am also an atheist Trump supporter. Well, good for you. My question is, how can we convince more atheists to join the Trump train? Okay, so, there's a lot more atheists on the Trump train than you might think, okay? Hashtag atheists for Trump. Yes, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's huge. And, unfortunately, a lot of these atheist YouTubers who have a bigger voice, they're on the wrong side of history. Okay, so basically, it's our job as the smart atheists. We have to kind of wake up these other atheists who just don't get it. Okay, they're Hillary supporters or they're, Bernie supporters. And look, it's over. Trump is the future. Get it through your head. And so how are we going to do this? Well, just make more videos. Use your social networks. Twitter, your Facebook, spread these memes. Spread these memes how crooked Hillary is. She's crooked. She's horrible. And, it should be obvious. Look, it should be obvious for atheists especially because if this country becomes more Islamified, okay, then we're on the chopping block. Just like those gays in Orlando, what do you think's going to happen to atheists? In a lot of Muslim countries, we are crucified. We are put to death. So it should be obvious for atheists who is the right choice for us to vote for. That's Trump. Because Trump wants to put a ban on the Muslims from entering the country. From dangerous countries like Syria and all these other... Look, we cannot be bringing in these people who could be terrorists. Okay? This is common sense, obvious stuff. It's, frankly, the fact that there's so many atheists out there who are supporting Hillary instead of Trump, it's an embarrassment to me, okay? It speaks negatively to the atheist movement, I think. Because don't they realize that Trump is going to win? So anyone who's on the Hillary side, they're on the side of the loser. Okay, so what's so hard to understand? Milo Yiannopoulos, man, I cannot say enough good things about this guy. Milo Yiannopoulos, look him up. He gets it, okay? He understands, and he's not an atheist. You know what? I don't care. I want to be on the side of the people, okay? Even if these people are conservative, okay, a lot of these atheists, they typically vote Democrat, or they're liberals, and they go that side. Yeah, I used to do that. But now I'm starting to see that a lot of these liberal people, they're actually they're on the wrong side. They're the regressives. They're like Hillary Clinton, infested with all this feminism, infested with this regressive defense of Islam. That's coming from the left. So the way I see it now is that a lot of the conservative people, even the religious people, they're more on my side than these leftist atheists, okay? Like Sam Harris. He's promoting Hillary. So he's really promoting a policy. Hillary's policies would be bringing in all these refugees into America. She wants to increase it by 500%, putting us all in danger. Because these regressives, this feminist mindset, it blinds people. What these regressives are doing is they're basically sacrificing all of us on the altar of political correctness, okay? The altar of tolerance. So these leftist regressives, like Hillary, they are tolerating the intolerance. They won't call out Islam, okay? Because they're sellouts. They want a virtue signal to everyone and look so good, look so politically correct, and, we're so loving. Just preaching love. Like that's going to solve the problem. It's not going to solve anything. Okay?
Hillary for Prison 2016. It's time to put Hillary in handcuffs. Hillary for prison.
Some will tell you that our open society is a vulnerability in the struggle against terrorism. I disagree. I believe our tolerance and diversity are at the core of our strength. What kind of country do we want to be? And it's about the capacity of each generation to honor the creed as old as our founding, e pluribus unum, that out of many we are one. President Obama's right, and it matters. It's no coincidence that American Muslims have long been better integrated and less susceptible to radicalization than Muslims in less welcoming nations.
Hillary Clinton is the Angela Merkel of America. She wants to let in these refugees. She doesn't care about protecting us. She is too willing to jeopardize her own citizens for some political correct ideology where she feels morally obligated to let these refugees in. I don't feel morally obligated. What we need to consider is putting Americans first. That's what Trump wants to do. Because that's the only rational thing to do, is we have to look in our own self-interest, and our own self-interest would be to not letting these refugees, close our borders, protect our nation, build the wall, okay? So, and this is what all the atheists should understand. It's so obvious. You know how like Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift, they've like sold out to Coca-Cola. That's right. They're doing these endorsement deals. They're promoting Coca-Cola like it's some glorified health food. These people are sellouts. That's how Hillary Clinton is. She's a sellout to Islam. She cannot call the problem as it is. She has to delude herself, and she is part of the problem.
In fact, Hillary Clinton supports a radical 550% increase in Syrian refugees coming into the United States, and that's an increase over President Obama's already high number. Under her plan, we would admit hundreds of thousands of refugees from the most dangerous countries on earth with no way to screen who they are, what they believe, where they come from. Already, hundreds of recent immigrants and their children have been convicted of terrorist activity inside the United States. Maybe her motivation lies among the more than 1,000 foreign donations Hillary failed to disclose while at the State Department. Hillary Clinton may be the most corrupt person ever to seek the presidency of the United States.
She's in the hands of all these corporations. That's right. Hillary's a sellout to the corporations. She's corrupt. She's crooked. Okay? And she's gotten a lot of donations from Islamic countries. So there is definitely, potentially, a huge conflict of interest there. She could be, letting in these refugees as part of some corrupt policy now that she has to enforce because she's in the pockets of these, Saudi Arabia has given her a lot of money into her Hillary Clinton fund. I'm not making this stuff up. Google it yourself and you will see. You shall be enlightened.
Just think of this. The book talks about it, but Hillary took $25 million from Saudi Arabia and much more from others, where being gay is also punishable by death. Hillary took millions from Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and many other countries that horribly abuse women and the LGBT citizens.
So what I'm seeing here is that more of these atheists who consider themselves liberal and democratic and everything, Democrats, they should be voting for the conservative Donald Trump, who cares about the party that he's in. Oh, he's not a Democrat like Hillary. So freaking what? You gotta look at his policies. You gotta have survival in mind, okay? Survival. Which policies are going to be best for the survival of the people? Who is putting Americans first rather than sacrificing us all on the altar of tolerance or whatever, tolerating these other religions and this multiculturalism that they're trying to push? Like it's something we're obligated to do. Oh yeah, it would be racist not to just let in all these people from other cultures. That's bullcrap. We should be closing our borders. We shouldn't be letting in these refugees of other cultures. Now why? Because these other cultures are backwards. They need to understand the leftist Democrats, the liberal people, these regressives, what they don't understand, what they're failing to acknowledge is that the American culture, we're the best, obviously. We have come up with all these separation of church and state. We've come up with, a real justice system that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's way better than what they got in other countries like Sharia law, where they're killing homosexuals, they're throwing them off the cliff, they're having child marriages, this corrupt, evil government that they have over there. We don't want to be importing this backwards philosophies and backwards mentalities into our American culture. We have to understand, and we have to say that no, this cultural relativism, that all cultures are created equal and everyone has to. No. We're the best. We have to just admit that to ourselves, and we have to not let these other cultures destroy what we've created here. Because they're going to bring all their backward sickness to destroy us if we're not careful.
Large numbers of immigrant men from the Middle East, South Asia, and various parts of Africa have brought a different set of values to the West, specifically Europe. More than 1 million arrived in 2015 alone. More are on the way. As a result, crimes against girls and women, groping, harassments, assaults, and rape have risen sharply. These crimes illustrate the stark difference between the Western culture of the victims and that of the perpetrators.
So, we gotta, as far as your question, we just need to, tell people how important this is. All the atheists and everyone. Go on your channel and you make an endorsement for Trump. Send it to me, and maybe I'll promote it if I like it. So, even TJ, the amazing atheist, he's at least saying that Trump is gonna win. Now, he's not a Trump supporter. Shame on him for that. He says he's not going to support Trump, but at least he has the wisdom to see at least that Trump is going to win, because he's tweeted that Trump is going to win. That's the future he's predicting. So at least he's on the right side there. He understands what's going to happen. Mind you, he doesn't want it to happen. Shame on him. And at least he's not a Hillary supporter either. So, I got to give him credit at least for being able to predict the future, which Trump is going to win, let's face it. So, in conclusion, it turns out most atheists, they're Hillary supporters. Very unfortunately. They're embarrassing me as an atheist. Now I have to side with the religious nuts. I have to be on their side now, just because they're Trump supporters. It's so important to support Trump. If you don't get that, what's wrong with you? It's all about safety. It's all about survival. It's about living forever. That is the real reason I'm a Trump supporter. It's because I want to live forever. Okay? And Trump is going to protect me. So, that's it. That's all I really have to say. I found another cool Trump supporter. She's a Japanese lady, and she is awesome. I'll just put a little clip of her right now, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description. Go check it out. She's awesome. She's a very delightful person to listen to, and she's totally right on. Okay? If a Japanese girl, she can understand American politics enough to understand that Trump is the right choice. Well, you as an American, a person who can vote, you need to be on the right side of this. Anyways, goodbye. Thank you for watching.
Since I am so crazy about you, Mr. Trump, I wrote an article of you. And I have to say this, every time I see you fighting for making America great again, I can tell that the silent majority is waking up because of you, and you're already leading them, and it's just so amazing to see, and it's so moving, you know. I get goosebumps and tears in my eyes, and I'm not even an American, but you know what I mean. It's just what Trump magic does to me. I see you as a courageous, amazing person, and you're already inspiring so many people in the world, including me, and I believe that only true leaders can do the things that you're doing right now, and I just wanted you to know that. So lastly, let me tell you, Mr. Trump, that you're not only the last hope of America, but you're also the last hope of the whole world, because we're facing a historical crisis in the international society today, and so that means that we need somebody that can be historical, like legendary, and that has to be you. The leader has to be you, Mr. Trump. Anyways, I'm starting to get emotional here, so I'm gonna stop myself, but wishing you the best luck ever. Yeah, so be safe and keep rocking. I hope to see you at your inauguration. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!